Sometimes half an inch will get the job done. Welcome back to OG's Danger Show. Welcome back, original gangsters. Officer Greg out here with you today on a blistering Central California day. Hey, there's something I've been wanting to show you guys for some time now. It's not an exciting new gun. It's one of my regular rotation carry guns. However, it's one of my favorites, and I thought, you know what? It's time to get this thing on camera and tell a little story about it. So let's take a look. So back in 2017, I was issued my first Smith Wesson M&P pistol. My department switched over from the old Generation 3 stainless steel frames to the M&P pistol. I was issued the 40 caliber pistol, and when I went away to the training school to learn how to train other officers in the transition to this pistol, I did so well with this pistol that I went out and bought quite a few Smith & Wesson M&P pistols right after that. The first pistol I bought on my own with my own money was the M&P45 2.0. Obviously, this is the second generation of the M&P45. The first one was a great pistol, but it was known for having less than perfect accuracy and a really bad trigger. They fixed all that with this lovely 45 caliber pistol. Those of you who watch the show regularly know how much of a fan I am of the 45 caliber for off-duty carry. I don't get a choice of what I got to carry on duty, but off duty, I'm a big fan of 45 when I can carry it. It's not the only thing I carry, but I sure love a 45, and lately I've been in a 45 mood, so I've rotated this thing into my carry rotation, even though the weather out here is extremely hot, and this is one of my bigger pistols. So I've got a couple of outside the waistband holsters, Kydex holsters, that I use for this thing at 3 o'clock position. It's one of my favorite ways of carrying it. I carry up here on my offside 2 spare 10-round magazines, and I think I got a pretty good little system going for this 10-round 45 caliber pistol. However, that outside the waistband system is really set up for when you have a covering garment like a jacket or even a light sweater that can go over the top of it. Please bear with the sound of gunfire. We're out here on the range. Now, I'm a big fan of the appendix inside the waistband. If you haven't already seen my appendix inside the waistband video, I'm gonna put a little card right up here that you can go out and check that video out. It's doing pretty well here on YouTube. It's getting a lot of views. So if you haven't seen it, stop by and take a look at it. Sound quality is mixed, but everything here on OGDS is a mixed quality. I want to carry this big giant pistol appendix inside the waistband. For hot weather carry, that's pretty much the option I'm left with here in Central California in the summer. I wear lightweight floppy shirts like this and no covering garment. Really? I wear lightweight floppy shirts like this, no covering garment in the summer, and so I want to be able to tuck this thing in, appendix inside the waistband, like I carry most of my pistols, because that is also where my muscle memory is for my off-duty guns. So, how does one get this big giant monster inside the front of their pants? I'm glad you asked. So first off, let's go over some of the specs on this pistol so you know what kind of a project we are looking at when we're trying to conceal one of these things during hot weather in an appendix inside the waistband holster. The Smith & Wesson M&P45 2.0 is not a small pistol. It's actually a duty-sized pistol, and it's actually a little bit bigger width and length than their M&P9s for obvious reasons. The M&P45 sports an 18-degree grip angle, and that's the same grip angle that is commonly found on the 1911 pistols. That's why they're such great shooters, and everybody that holds them, they just fall in love with them. They just fit your hand the right way. So Smith & Wesson decided, let's throw 18 degrees on this pistol and make it a very comfortable shooter, and a very comfortable shooter it is. The rounded grip on this pistol fills up your hand and absolutely feels great when you're shooting this heavy 45 caliber round. This is one of my most comfortable shooting pistols, other than maybe some 9mm Smith & Wessons. It doesn't kick like you would think a 45 might. Everyone who shoots 45 knows that the 45 round, when it's recoiling, sort of rolls in your hand. It doesn't actually kick much. And this pistol, having a nice thick butt back here, that's right,
I like big butts and I cannot lie,
is a very comfortable pistol to shoot. Yes, it only has a 10+1 capacity. And these days, of course, everybody's trying to go out there and figure out how to get more capacity into their standard size pistols. This one was made with 10+1 capacity. It was an upgrade. Their compact that they came out with was an 8+1 capacity. So everybody was very excited when the 10+1 capacity came out. I, for one, don't mind 10+1 capacity. It's what most of us here in Cal Unicornia are stuck with anyway, 10+1 rounds. I feel perfectly well armed carrying this pistol with 10+1 rounds in the magazine, 1 in the pipe for a total of 11 rounds, and then of course 2 spare magazines usually on my belt, allowing me to carry what is essentially 31 rounds on my person. If I got a gunfight that's lasting more than 31 rounds of 45, I probably better be finding my way to a rifle or a shotgun, or putting my car in drive and getting the hell out of there. And of course the magazines are conveniently marked with 45 auto right there on the front of the magazine. However, Smith & Wesson also makes a 14-round magazine, of which I have several. Those are big, giant, clunky magazines. Really, their only purpose is to swap into this pistol when it serves duty as maybe a nightstand gun. Those 14-round magazines aren't really too practical for carry purposes. The M&P45 2.0 comes with a 4.6-inch barrel, which has a 1 15-inch twist. A 4.6-inch barrel gets some decent ballistics out of this 45 round. Most 230 grain ammunition fired out of this 4.6-inch barrel is going to be traveling at about 900 to 1,000 feet per second. And with this 45 ammo, it will get the job done. The M&P45 is 7.9 inches overall length. So yeah, it's not a tiny pistol, but it can be reliably concealed inside of light shorts and a light shirt in hot summer months. I do it all the time, and I'm going to show you how with the right equipment. The gun comes out of the box with 4 of these interchangeable back straps here. I've got the medium installed now. The trigger pull on this pistol, measured on a Timney trigger pull gauge, measured consistently 5 3/4 pound trigger. And those of you who are familiar with Glocks know that they come from the factory with a 5.5 pound trigger. So that gives you an idea of what kind of trigger pull weight you're using on this striker fired pistol. Striker fired pistols can stay loaded at all times with 1 in the chamber, and every single trigger pull is going to come in at 5 3/4 pounds on a pistol like this. Another feature of these 2.0 pistols, you can see right here in these little windows, little glimpse of the stainless steel chassis that rides underneath this polymer. Smith & Wesson extended this chassis out so that there's less flex in this polymer frame when you're shooting. You'll notice that my version of the M&P45 2.0 that I have here has no external safety. You can order them with an external safety, but you might even be able to see the little bit of a notch right there where they put in a little polymer plug. I'm not a big fan of external safeties on a pistol. It's already got 3 safeties installed in it, including this visible trigger safety right here. 2 other safeties inside the pistol here keep it from firing unless your damn finger pulls that trigger. So remember, I like having a full-size gun if I can, even in hot months. So how do we carry something big like this M&P45 appendix inside the waistband? I searched through a lot of companies. My go-to appendix inside the waistband holster company is the Tier 1 Concealed. Tier 1 Concealed, I use them for just about all of my other carry pistols. But the thing about Tier 1 Concealed is that they make holsters primarily for subcompact pistols, the size of the Glock 19 or even the little brother of this, the M&P 2.0 Compact. They make holsters for that size and smaller. They don't often make big giant holsters for big giant pistols because most people don't carry big giant pistols appendix inside the waistband. I wanted to, so I set out to find a company that would make me an appendix inside the waistband rig for this monster. Everybody in the world sells Kydex inside the waistband rigs for the M&P 9 and 40, but nothing for the 45. I think that's racism. In perusing the internet, and folks, if you don't know what the internet is, it's a series of tubes and wires that connect you with the outside world. I found a company called Vedder holsters. I've heard of Vedder holsters before. I've never owned a Vedder holster before. Vedder holsters is a mom and pop shop. They're a family-owned company made right here in the US, and they make some good quality, heavy-duty Kydex gear. Vedder holsters are made from very thick, heavy-gauge Kydex, not that thin, lightweight Kydex that sometimes feel like you're wrapping a hefty bag around your carry pistol. The Vedder holsters come mounted, this is the light tuck holster, and it comes mounted with this little, well, we called it a raven's claw, a claw of some sort, and that of course pushes the butt of the pistol back into my body when I carry it. And then a nice big heavy duty powder coated spring steel clip out here on the outside that snaps over a 1.5 inch belt. Now the Vedder holster for this big M&P45, it was advertised for the M&P45, so we know it's the right size. It has positive retention. The pistol snaps in there, holds in there nice and tight. You can't dump the pistol out, shake it all you want. Here's one thing I really like about the Vedder holster. This little sweat guard up here matches exactly the back of the slide. So when I wear this up against my nasty, sweaty body all summer, the actual steel of the pistol does not contact me at all, nor do the steel sights. This is a common place to get rust in the summer when you wear this part of any pistol up against your sweaty, gooey body. Makes for a great little hot weather setup here in Central California. Easy in, easy out. What a great little setup. And under a shirt, completely concealable as I roll around in hot weather. Only one problem. It doesn't come with a spare magazine, and I like to have a spare magazine up front with my appendix inside the waistband holsters. Uh-oh, what do I do? So about a week ago, I ordered a Vedder Mag Tuck. It's a little magazine pouch that basically matches the same system. I ordered it in the same gray so that the two pieces go together. It has pretty much the same spring steel clip, very heavy duty Kydex, flared just a little bit here at the mouth so that the magazine inserts very easily. So a great little setup. So now I can take my Vedder Mag Tuck magazine pouch and I can mount it up here just a little bit to the left of my belt buckle, about 11 o'clock, 11:30 here. And essentially I've got what is the same as a Tier 1 concealed rig, just in two pieces. They both stay nice and firm there on my next belt. Make sure you have a good gun belt, folks. But as long as I have a good belt, they both stay firmly mounted there. And now I'm rolling around with 21 rounds of 45 on me in lightweight, floppy clothing as I roll around in hot weather. That's pretty cool. So if you're looking for any kind of an inside the waistband or an outside the waistband rig to carry your firearms, large or small, on your person, take a look at Vedder holsters. I'll put a link down here in the description section. They make some really good gear and rather inexpensive compared to some of those other ones that really think their S doesn't stink. But Vedder holsters, I like the fact that they're made right here in the US. I like the fact that the owner of the company is right there in the shop making these things every single day. So if you have a problem with them, you give Mike Vedder a call and Mike Vedder will fix your problem right away. No relation to Eddie Vedder as far as I know. The Vedder holster equipment comes in one of the coolest bags that I've ever seen shipped by any manufacturer of anything that I've ordered. A cool little, I don't even know if this is screen printed or what, but that is a pretty cool little bag. I don't even know what I'm going to put in it, but I feel like I'm going to take this thing with me to the grocery store and carry out my tiny, tiny groceries in it. It's so cool. And because I ordered two pieces, thanks, Mike Vedder. I got two bags. That's right. I had an instructor at a pistol fighting school explain to me once, you need a 9mm to expand to do its damage. A 45 is still almost half an inch wide, even if it fails. That's pretty motivating right there. All right, enough yapping. It's time to get some shooting done. Let's send some of those .45 inch, 230 grain balls o' hate downrange. 7 yards. Almost the same hole, almost all rounds touching. That doesn't suck. Let's see what we can do about getting some headshots at 15 yards from back there at the OG truck, downrange here on the head of our bad guys. Let's take a look. 15 yards. Ooh, my eyes are all sweaty. Rounds. Let's go take a look. All one take. Well, if you count this guy over here nicking the side of his head, 10 rounds in the head. That's probably a 6-inch group, about 6 inches across, 6 inches top to bottom. 10 rounds in the head from 15 yards. From here back to there. So I'm pretty happy with that for a self-defense pistol. 2 bad guys. Let's get some. And spin you around here. Take a look. 2 center mass and 2 almost in the same hole over here. I like it. That's about it for me. It's getting awfully dang hot out here. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me this afternoon. I'm gonna go grab some iced tea and start packing up all this gear and head back into town. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching this. Thanks for sharing it around. Go ahead and hit the subscribe and like and all that stuff. Smash the like button, whatever it is you're supposed to say there if you're cool. Thank you very much to our Patreon donors. Because of the Patreon donors, we're able to buy things like magazines, holsters, ammunition, so that we can come out here and make cool videos for you again. So if you're not already a donor and you want to help us, the link is down here in the description. If you don't, that's cool. We still got videos and you can still watch them for free. But I appreciate the help of those Patreon donors, and I appreciate you guys watching this video. Until next time, you guys stay armed if you are legally allowed to do so. And until the next video, OG out.